What you are hearing is an example of Gregorian chant, a type of singing with over 1,400 years of history. What you are seeing is an example of how Gregorian chant was recorded, taught, and performed for many hundreds of years. This is the leaf of an antiphonary, one of the central liturgical books of the Roman Catholic Church. Antiphonaries contain the Latin lyrics to the chants performed by clergy, brethren, or laity. Because these lyrics needed to be seen simultaneously by a whole choir, antiphonaries were many times larger in size and text than other contemporaneous books and manuscripts. Housed within the Special Collections Archive of Portland State University are 2 leaves from 2 separate antiphonaries, one Spanish and the other Italian.
The Spanish leaf measures nearly 3 feet in height by 2 feet in width, with 10 lines of text on each page. The leaf records part of a psalm likely to be sung for lauds or morning prayers on a Friday during Advent, which is the 4-week period leading up to Christmas. The borders of the page are slightly scored, providing a grid by which the calligraphers aligned the text. Lyrics are written in black ink, while titles and directions are in red, which mark the call and response portions of the chant. The text itself is heavily abbreviated, with several words that are truncated or cut out entirely. This is because Gregorian chant was learned orally. A choir would have memorized the chant so that the antiphonary served mostly as a visual cue rather than being sung from directly. While the Spanish leaf does not have notation, a prime example of the square notation often used in Gregorian chant is the Italian leaf.
The development of the square notation used in this Italian leaf began in the early 10th century as individual notes on a single line. Over the course of centuries, more lines were added to the staff. 3 small notes on the left of the staff mark that this piece was sung in the key of F. The font used on this antiphonal leaf is a blend between Gothic and humanistic fonts. Gothic font uses sharp angles on standard letters. It also combines some letters together, such as the Q, U, and E in Atque. Other letters, however, such as D, O, and P, display rounder properties indicating humanistic font. A different piece of music was once written on this leaf. Faint remains of older notes and words can be seen behind the current music and lyrics. This was done because vellum was an expensive material and so was often reused.
The materials from which antiphonaries were made provided durability through the centuries of use any volume could be required to endure. Antiphonaries were written and decorated by hand, often by members of the community in which the books would be used. As a result, antiphonaries reflect the particular styles, from layout and materials to decoration and font, of the times and places in which they were crafted.